Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into some seriously cool tech?
Always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about Amazon's huge AI announcement.
Amazon Nova.
Yes, Amazon Nova. Um, Picture this. AI that's smarter than some of the big names out there, but also way cheaper.
It's true.
We're talking potential game changer
And
here.
especially for plant-based and eco-friendly brands.
Absolutely.
This is a big deal.
So what's caught my eye is that Amazon didn't just release like one new AI model.
Yeah.
They unveiled 6.
6 different AI models, yep, all under this Nova umbrella.
And get this, they're designed to do some pretty amazing things while being 75% cheaper to run than their competitors.
It's pretty incredible.
I mean, 75%? That's wild.
It's a huge difference.
So what can these models actually do? What sets them apart?
Well, first you've got Micro. Think of it as like a speed demon for processing text.
Okay, so super fast.
Super fast. Then there's Lite, Pro, and Premier.
There you go.
These are multimodal models, so they can handle text, images, and even videos.
Hold on, wait. Multimodal models. Can we break that down a bit?
Sure.
What exactly does that mean?
So imagine you're trying to understand a scene in a movie.
Okay.
You're not just looking at the visuals.
Right.
You're listening to the dialogue, picking up on the music,
Yeah.
and interpreting the actor's expressions. Multimodal models work in a similar way.
Okay.
They can take in information from all those different sources,
Ah, I see.
text, images, videos, and put it all together to get a more complete understanding of what's going on.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's kind of like having AI that can see, hear, and read all at the same time.
Exactly.
Pretty impressive. What else is in this Nova lineup?
You've also got Canvas, which is all about creating high-quality images.
Oh, wow.
Think of those other AI image generators that you've probably seen,
Right.
but potentially even better. And then there's Reel. This one's focused on generating studio-quality video.
Whoa. Okay. They're really covering all the bases here. It sounds like Amazon is making a serious play to be a leader in this AI space.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, are they in a good position to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, do they have what it takes?
They already have a massive cloud infrastructure through AWS.
Right.
And they've been using AI for years in their own operations.
Sure.
I mean, think about Alexa, their warehouse robots, even those cashierless Amazon Go stores.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
All of that experience gives them a real edge.
Okay. So we've got these 6 new AI models, super powerful, affordable. Plus, Amazon's got the experience and the infrastructure to back them up. But let's get down to what matters most for, our listeners. How does this impact plant-based and eco-friendly brands?
Yeah, that's the big question.
How can they actually use these tools?
Well, one of the most exciting opportunities is in personalized marketing.
Okay, I like where this is going.
So think about how Amazon uses AI in their own store to recommend products, based on what you've bought or looked at before. Eco-conscious brands can leverage that same tech with Nova,
Oh, that makes sense.
but with a focus on sustainability.
So instead of just suggesting any random product, it would recommend things that actually align with the customer's values and preferences.
Exactly.
That would make marketing way more effective and less wasteful.
Right, exactly. Nova can analyze all sorts of customer data.
So past purchases?
Past purchases, browsing history, even things like stated values or interests.
Wow.
To really figure out what each person wants.
That's amazing.
It allows brands to create these highly targeted marketing campaigns that really resonate with individual customers.
So you could have personalized emails that recommend specific products based on someone's past purchases.
Yep.
Or even their stated dietary preferences. And since these recommendations are actually relevant, to the customer, there's a higher chance they'll buy something.
Right.
Which means less marketing spend wasted on people who just aren't interested.
Yeah, it's a key benefit. And this personalized approach can go even beyond product recommendations.
Okay, how so?
Think about tailoring website content, creating dynamic ads that change based on customer behavior,
Right.
or even using AI-powered chatbots to provide instant customer support.
So you're talking about creating a whole customer journey that feels personalized and engaging,
Exactly.
as opposed to that generic one-size-fits-all approach we see so often.
Yeah.
That could really make a difference,
Yeah.
in terms of building customer loyalty and trust.
Absolutely. It's about going beyond just selling a product. It's about creating a connection
Right.
with your customers based on shared values
Okay.
and a genuine understanding of their needs.
I'm really fascinated by this, but before we move on, I'm curious about one thing. We talked about how Nova can analyze all this customer data, But how do brands actually, like, access and use that data in a practical way?
Yeah.
Is it complicated?
That's a great question. One of the things that makes Nova really interesting is that Amazon has designed it to be relatively user-friendly,
Okay.
even for businesses that don't have like a ton of tech expertise.
Mhm.
They offer a range of tools and resources that make it easier to integrate Nova into existing systems and workflows.
So you're saying even a small independent brand could potentially use these tools
Yeah,
without needing a huge IT department.
that's the idea. It's about making powerful AI accessible to everyone,
Okay. I love
not just the big players.
That's awesome. So we've talked about how Amazon Nova can, like, completely revolutionize personalized marketing for eco-conscious brands,
hmm
but I know there's a lot more to uncover. What other applications should we be exploring?
Well, another area where AI can have a huge impact is in optimizing supply chains,
Okay. Yeah.
for brands committed to sustainability.
Right.
Making their supply chains greener and more efficient is a top priority. And that's where Nova's ability to, crunch massive amounts of data becomes super valuable.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. I can see how AI could be used to analyze data,
Mm,
but can you give me, like, a concrete example of how this would actually make a supply chain more sustainable?
absolutely. So imagine you're a company that sources ingredients from all over the world.
Okay, yeah.
Nova can analyze historical data on things like crop yields, weather patterns, transportation costs
Right.
to identify potential risks or disruptions in the supply chain.
So you could, like, potentially anticipate problems before they even arise. That would
Exactly.
be a game changer for minimizing waste and ensuring you have a steady supply of ingredients.
It really would be. And it goes beyond just predicting disruptions, too.
Okay.
Nova can also analyze data from your manufacturing facilities
Okay.
to identify areas where you can reduce energy consumption or optimize production processes.
So we're talking about things like fine-tuning equipment settings, maybe streamlining production schedules,
Yeah.
even, like, identifying new ways to reduce waste or recycle materials within, the manufacturing process.
Noted.
Yeah.
It's about using AI to find those hidden inefficiencies.
Right, that often go unnoticed,
Exactly.
especially in these, like, complex operations.
Yeah, right. And even small improvements can add up,
Yeah, I see that.
lead to, significant cost savings and a smaller environmental footprint.
This is amazing. It sounds like Nova can be used to improve sustainability at every stage of the supply chain, like from sourcing to manufacturing to distribution.
It really can. And it's important to remember this isn't just about being, altruistic.
Right.
These optimizations can actually save businesses money in the long run,
That's awesome.
which means doing good for the planet can also be good for the bottom line.
No, that's a win-win I can get behind.
Exactly.
I'm already starting to see how powerful this tech could be for eco-conscious brands.
Yeah. And we've only just scratched the surface.
I was going to say, there's got to be more, right?
There are so many other ways AI can be used to amplify a brand's commitment to sustainability.
Well, I can't wait to dive into those. But for now, I think we've given our listeners plenty to think about. We'll be back soon to explore even more ways you can leverage Amazon Nova to, level up your business and create a positive impact.
Welcome back.
It's great to be back. So in the last part, we talked about, personalized marketing and supply chain optimization using this new AI, Amazon Nova.
We did.
What other areas can AI, like, revolutionize for brands that, really want to make a difference?
Well, one area that's often overlooked is how AI can help brands, scale their impact.
Okay.
I mean, conscious brands often start with this strong mission,
Right.
but as they grow, it can be challenging to maintain that same level of commitment to, their values.
That's a great point. I've seen so many companies that start with a real passion for sustainability,
Yeah.
but as they get bigger, it just becomes harder to keep that, like, front and center. How can AI help with that?
One way is by automating tasks that would otherwise, take up a lot of time and resources.
Okay. Yeah.
This frees up brands to focus on, their core mission and values.
Can you give me an example of, like, what kind of tasks could be automated?
Sure. Take sustainability reporting. It's crucial, right, for being a responsible business.
Yeah.
But gathering data, compiling reports, ensuring everything's accurate and transparent can be incredibly time-consuming.
Especially for smaller teams that are already, like, stretched thin.
Right.
So you're saying AI could, like, streamline that whole process.
Absolutely. Nova could be used to analyze data from across a brand's operations, identify key metrics, and even generate reports automatically.
Wow. Okay.
This means you spend less time on paperwork, more time actually improving your sustainability practices.
That would be huge for a lot of brands. But what about reaching a wider audience?
Yeah.
How can AI help eco-conscious brands, get their message out to more people?
Well, that's where AI's ability to create, compelling and informative content comes in.
Okay.
Imagine using Nova to generate blog posts, social media updates, or even interactive quizzes that educate consumers about your brand's mission and values.
So it's not just about automating internal tasks.
Yeah.
It's about using AI to amplify your message
Exactly.
and reach more people with your story.
Right. And AI can even personalize this content based on user preferences and interests.
That's so cool.
So you can ensure the right message is reaching the right people at the right time.
This is opening up so many possibilities. It really sounds like AI can be a game changer for these eco-conscious brands that want to scale their impact, but, not lose sight of their values.
Absolutely. It's about using technology to empower positive change,
Okay.
not to replace the human element.
Right.
The heart and soul of a conscious brand will always come from the people behind it.
Okay. So I have to admit, while I'm, excited about the potential of AI, I also have some concerns. What about the risk of AI being used to just greenwash a brand's image?
Yeah, I think that's a valid concern. Transparency is really crucial.
Yeah.
When it comes to using AI, especially for brands that are, making sustainability claims,
Right.
consumers are savvy. They can spot inauthenticity a mile away.
For sure. So it's not enough to just slap an AI-powered label on something and call it a day.
Exactly.
Brands need to be upfront about
Yeah.
how they're using it,
Yeah.
what data they're collecting, what
Mm.
steps they're taking to ensure their practices are actually ethical and aligned with their values.
Absolutely. Authenticity is key. Consumers want to support brands that are genuinely committed to making a difference.
Yeah.
Not those that are just jumping on the AI bandwagon for appearances.
Right. It's about using AI to actually enhance your commitment to sustainability,
Exactly.
not to create this facade.
Exactly. And, technology is constantly evolving.
Yeah, that's true.
What seems cutting edge today might be commonplace tomorrow. So the key is to stay informed,
Right.
experiment and adapt your strategies as the AI landscape continues to evolve.
Okay. This is definitely a lot to take in. But you know what? I'm feeling really inspired by the potential of AI to help eco-conscious brands really thrive.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be working at the intersection of technology and sustainability.
Totally.
There's so much potential to create positive change.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that AI will play a key role in shaping a more sustainable future.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds. But I think it's time to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Yes, let's recap what we've talked about and then get to our final thoughts in the next segment.
All right, so let's wrap up our deep dives into the world of AI and what it all means for eco-conscious brands.
Yeah. I mean, we've covered a lot, right? From the basics of these new Amazon Nova models
Right.
to the actual ways brands can use them to achieve their goals.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been a real eye-opener for me. I think the biggest takeaway is that AI isn't just this futuristic concept anymore.
It really isn't.
It's a real powerful tool that's available right now. And it has the potential to I don't know, completely change the way we do business.
It really does. I completely agree. And the exciting thing is that it's this tech is becoming more and more accessible,
Mhm.
even for those smaller brands that maybe didn't have the resources to, even explore AI before.
That's a great point. We talked about how these new models are way cheaper to run
Yeah.
than, their predecessors. And that makes a huge difference,
Mm.
especially for brands that are trying to be innovative and cost-effective at the same time.
Right. It's about leveling the playing field, giving everyone that opportunity to use AI, right? And that's especially important for these eco-conscious brands that are trying to make a real difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen how AI can personalize marketing, optimize those supply chains, and even scale a brand's impact, without compromising their values.
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
almost like having this whole new toolkit,
Yeah.
to make your business more, I don't know, efficient, sustainable, and successful.
I love that. A toolkit. It's a good way to think about it.
But it's important to remember, right?
Yeah.
Like AI is still just a tool at the end of the day.
It is.
It's not like a magic solution that'll just solve all your problems overnight.
Definitely not.
The real magic, I think, comes from combining the power of, AI with, good old-fashioned human ingenuity,
Absolutely.
creativity, and that
Yeah.
deep commitment to your mission.
It's about finding that, like, sweet spot where humans and machines can work together to really achieve something incredible.
I love that. As we move forward into this, like, whole new era of
Yeah.
AI, it's really crucial that we keep ethics front and center,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Like transparency, accountability, and like really using AI for good are just like essential.
Couldn't agree more. Consumers are getting smarter. Like we said, they can spot inauthenticity from a mile away. Brands that try to, cut corners or just use AI as some like marketing ploy, they're going to lose trust and credibility.
Yeah, for sure. Authenticity and integrity are more important than ever.
Right.
Consumers want to support brands that are like genuinely walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Exactly.
So like as you're exploring the possibilities of AI, just always remember to ask yourself, how can I use this to actually like make my commitment to sustainability better?
Right.
How can I make sure that everything I'm doing is ethical and transparent?
Yeah.
And how can I use this tech to like, really make a positive impact on the world?
Those are the questions that will guide us, I think, to a future where AI is really a force for good.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
This deep dive has been fantastic, and I hope our listeners are feeling like as pumped as I am about,
Yeah.
all the potential that AI has to help us create this more sustainable, equitable future.
It's been great. A pleasure sharing all this with you. And, remember, this AI revolution is really just getting started. Stay curious, stay informed, and, stay engaged in shaping the future that you want to see.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back soon with more explorations of the ideas and innovations that are shaping our world. Until then, keep learning, keep asking those questions, and keep, pushing those boundaries of what's possible.